run, now I'm on the run. Now I'm on the run, now I'm on the run. Now I'm on the run, now I'm on the run. Now I'm on the run, now I'm on the run. Now I'm on the run, now I'm on the run. Now I'm on the run, now I'm on the run. Now I'm on the run, now I'm on the run. Crazy one right here. She said, please. I screamed on your knees. She cried one last time, baby, do another line for me. Well, darling, I gotta go. 'Cause baby, I'm on the road. I pulled out my nickel-plated knife, let that motherfucker shine for sure. Bang, bang. Now I'm on the run, now I'm on the run. Now I'm on the run, now I'm on the run. Now I'm on the run, now I'm on the run. Now I'm on the run, now I'm on the run. You see, that lady stole my medicine. Now I got a body and the law on my tail. Shit. I slam my Camaro and drive. Hell, I do it for the thrill of the high. I worked hard on my life and the shit ain't right. Who cares? But life ain't fair. I'ma tell the judge, give me the chair. And if I make it that far, I'll become a real star. Hell yeah. Bang, bang. Now I'm on the run, now I'm on the run. Now I'm on the run, now I'm on the run. Now I'm on the run, now I'm on the run. Now I'm on the run, now I'm on the run. Now I'm on the run, now I'm on the run. Now I'm on the run, now I'm on the run. Now I'm on the run, now I'm on the run. Now I'm on the run, now I'm on the run. Please, Mr. Sheriff, for the everybody. Welcome back, everybody. This your boy Reckless Talk with the Reckless Talk Podcast, Reckless Talk Sports Podcast, Reckless Talk Management Promotions, A1 Music Empire, 1826 Entertainment, Houston City Beat. We are the storytellers of Houston. Man, what's going on, everybody? This is episode 4 of the Reckless Talk Sports Podcast with my guy, co-founder, Jay COOP, and your boy Jay Reckless, and special guest, man. We got my son Jackson in the building.
What's up, everybody?
What's going on, fellas? What's going on?
Doing pretty good, glad to be on.
Hey, man, sports season is back, fellas.
Every weekend, y'all. Every weekend. Saturday.
Yes, every weekend, man. Yeah, like you said, every weekend we'll be going live every morning at 8:30. Big shout out to my guy Ruben. What's going on, brother? Every Saturday we'll be going live 8:30 to 9:30, and then we're gonna try to catch Wednesdays also, man. Every week you guys will be getting an episode from our sports show. Football season is back. Man, hold up. What's going on? What's going on, Jax? You had your first game yesterday against Clearbrook High School, man. Tell everybody how you did.
Did pretty good. We blown them out like 48-12.
48-12. Okay. I see you, man. That's what's up. Proud of you, boy. How's your son doing, Coop? I know he played for Clearbrook. You know what I mean? How's he doing?
He had Hitchcock.
Yeah, Hitchcock. Okay. I don't know why.
Yeah, Hitchcock. So he was gonna take the year off, but he decided to go ahead and play. So he's trying to get back in shape right now, get himself together. Hopefully he'll start playing next week. So their first game is not till next week anyway. So he'll be right on track, man. We did some work in the summer, so he'll be all right. He just got to get in football shape.
Hell yeah. Jax, how's it feel, man, playing football in high school, man?
It was amazing. It's way faster game, way better coaching, it's better at everything.
Yeah, I told you, man. I told you, wait till high school, man. For you ain't gotta worry about them coaches that's playing daddy ball or them junior high coaches that are just science teachers that don't know what the hell they doing. You know what I mean? So, man, I'm proud of you, bro. Keep doing what you doing, bro. We NFL bound for real. Fellas, it is week 1 of the college season. Man, where y'all want to start? Man, let's start at Colorado. Colorado Sanders, man, it's 12 team playoffs. What do you think? Do y'all think Colorado have a chance to make this playoffs?
Let the Jets go. Let the guests go.
Man, I don't know because they look good in the beginning. I feel like it's gonna be even worse for them. They're playing a tougher schedule, especially that first game for them, North Dakota State, one of the best FCS teams out there. They need to make the move to the FBS if they want to compete for the even bigger title. So I don't think they're gonna have a really great season. Like they look good, but I just think they're gonna have a lot more struggles. Even though I'm not saying Dion's doing anything wrong. He's putting in that work, helping the team. But I really don't think they're gonna really go anywhere. Because we saw it last year. They looked good. They all fell apart. So I really don't know, but I don't think they're really gonna make it. Like I really want to see them do it, but I really don't think they. I don't think they'll even be ball eligible too.
Well, how many games do you think they'll win?
Probably about 3 to 4, maybe 5 if they're lucky. It's just really tough.
What about you, Coop?
Brother, you starting off on the wrong foot. My God. Man. So, all right. Let's break this down, man. Let's break it all the way down for the people. Colorado last year, Coach Prime took over a 1-11 team. They were technically 4-30 something the past 3 years. They won 4 games. This team needed a complete rehaul. Colorado is one of the blue bloods from the Big 12. Originally, they was a part of the Big 8. If anybody's old enough to remember that, me and Jay are not trying to spit our age out there, but yeah, that's a long time ago. We was kiddos when that was around. Colorado won a national championship, believe it or not. Contrary to belief, they have a national title. This is a big time program. A lot of the issues that Colorado have with recruiting is that they have a high academic standard, which was one of the things that Deion Sanders wanted to try to get away from, which allows some of your better athletes to come into the university. Now, with all that being said, last year he had a turnaround and had to basically strip the team that was having this culture of losing, right? If you watched the well off media, you saw a lot of these kids at that time wasn't showing up to practices. They were late to meetings. They was coming in there after Coach Prime told them no earrings, no chains in the meeting rooms. They still come with earrings and chains. Coach Prime told them don't bring food to the classroom, sit in the front. They don't do it. So those things get you cut. Coach Prime is an old school coach. He's not one of these new age hand everybody a trophy. So so then we get this team that don't have cohesive because they all came from everywhere and nobody's really friends, right? Me and Jay know in high school, the best seasons we had was when everybody got together and we got along. It wasn't like that the whole 4 years we were there. Our freshman year, our varsity team went what 0-10 or 1-9, something like that. It wasn't until our senior year we was bringing Clearbrook back to the standard where they was at. So, with that being said, it's the same thing with Prime is doing, and he knew from the beginning that he did not have the dogs up front. You have to have a defensive offensive line. You have to, especially when you playing Pac-12, Big 12 ball. Now, fast forward this year, his recruiting class was way better. contrary to belief, the Big 12 is not as tough as everybody thinks. The Big 12 teams that were the blue bloods of the Big 12 are gone. They're now in the SEC. The only teams that are going to give Colorado any kind of competition when we're talking about athletic wise, when we're talking about the corners, receivers, quarterback play, offensive line play, defensive line play, is going to be Kansas and Utah. Those are going to be your two schools that's going to give them complete trouble all across the board. Everywhere else, they're going to have an overall mismatch on somebody, whether that's the corners and receivers, whether that's the better quarterback, whether that's the best D line. This year, this schedule sets up for them to go 6-0 in the beginning. They're going to dog wash North Dakota State. North Dakota State does not have a chance on Thursday. I'm telling you right now, Colorado is going to put up 60 something points on North Dakota State.
But
And
how much
Coach
is their
Mack is going
defense
to
gonna
make
give up though?
they probably give up 40. They might give up 30. But I'm gonna tell you why this happened. North Dakota State lost their head coach. Their head coach has left to go to USC to be an assistant linebacker coach. Their offensive coordinator, he also left, and I believe he's at Nevada. Uh, Fact check me on that, but his coordinator. So now we got.
You using your
Hold on.
headphones? All right, so this is my take on it. Is that your mic or his?
Well, doing what?
I think that's your mic picking up something. I'm not sure.
I don't know what's picking up. I don't know if I have anything on.
So my take on that, a lot of people fail to realize Prime took over one of the worst teams in college football, if not the worst team in college football. Um, what he did last year was amazing. You know what I mean? At least the first half of the season, you know what I mean? But they lost the last 7 or 8 games or something. You know what I mean? So coming out being TSU game one, with them being ranked, I think they were like ranked 17th or something. You know what I mean? So that was definitely a good start for them. Um, but I'm gonna go ahead and play devil's advocate. What if we all know Prime is a good coach? He's a great player, a great motivator. Man, what if Prime is never successful in college football? What if he's going to be that coach that paves the way? You know what I mean? He might not get that success. Me personally, I think they got 4 games, 4 maybe 6 games they're gonna win this year. You know what I mean? That's my prediction on them. Hopefully they win more. You know what I mean? But I don't see them winning more than 6 games. And yeah. Um, 12 team playoffs. The 12-team playoff, man. First year they going to 12-team playoffs. How do y'all feel about that?
I think it's pretty good. We're getting more teams, better opportunities. Say, like, last year, Florida State won the conference, but never got in. But if we had the 12 teams, they would have got in. We're seeing teams, we're seeing teams from the SEC, Big 12, even seeing all these other conferences come together, the best teams from each conference. It's not just 4 teams. It's all of these big teams coming together, going against each other, and we're going to see who's really made for what. Because there's been so many years we could have seen teams in the playoffs, but that was only when we had 4. The committee, they always have their favorites. So that's why you never seen certain teams in the playoffs. But I really think it's really good. We get a lot more football, a lot more rivalries get to build up, and we get to see a lot more players ball out and coaches prove themselves for what they really are. But yeah, I really love it.
What about you, Jimmy?
I like the idea. It's something new. Um, I rather the old ways where the bowl games matter. Uh, they don't matter as much as they used to now. especially because of NIL and all the other stuff. These kids are not playing in the bowl games, and it's hurting the product. It's watering down the product at the end of the season. Kids have aspirations to play in the NFL, and they don't want to get hurt in the last game. So hopefully adding these 12 extra games, hopefully that goes away. And now we have, that everything matters towards the end of the game, end of the season, like the NFL. So 12 team playoff, I like it. I'm interested to see how this gets set up. The one thing that I don't want to see is, for instance, I don't want to see a team like, well, we just take Florida State. Florida State wins the ACC, right? The ACC, let's just say that they're the weakest Power Five. They don't have anybody ranked good. I'm just throwing that out there. They have plenty of teams ranked. The ACC is not a weak conference by no means, but I'm just saying, if they win that conference and no other team wins like 6 games, right? I don't want Florida State to then be ranked number 9 or 10 in the conference because of who they had to play. They're a Power 5 school. Give them one of the top four spots. Don't give a team like, let's say, Tulane, who went 12-0, but didn't play no ranked teams the whole season. They just played, I think they're in the Sun Belt. They played on Conference USA. They beat all those teams in front of them, but they didn't play anybody ranked. They didn't play anybody, in the top 15, top 20, while Florida State did at the time. But at the end of the season, it just so happened that Louisville had injuries or Miami had injuries or whatever the case was, where they didn't win as many games as projected. Now you're putting Florida at number 8 instead of number 4, and now we have number 4 with a 2-loss team. I just don't want. I want it to make sense. That's basically what I want, everything to make sense.
You know what? And I'm glad you brought that up because, man, going back to, even before we were kids, man, it was, one loss and your national championship hopes was gone. You know what I mean? So I've been looking forward to this playoff bracket getting bigger. You know what I mean? Like you did make a good point with having playoffs. The bowl games really don't matter much anymore. You know what I mean? But at the same time, bowl games really haven't mattered much for a long time. And I say that because there's so many bowl games that don't mean anything anymore. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
there's what we got the Rose Bowl, the Orange Bowl, and like 2-3 other
Cotton Bowls.
Cotton Bowls. You know what I mean? Now you got
Bowl.
the Amazon Bowl, the Yahoo Bowl. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Just it to the point where it started making no sense. You know what I mean? What I love about it, man, so they did the 14 playoffs, and it's like, all right, cool. That helps a lot more, you know what I mean? And I think it's a lot more fair. And that goes back to what you just said, Coop. You know what I mean? You might have a team that played a harder schedule, but they not ranked as high as a team that didn't have a hard schedule. You know what I mean? So now having the extra teams in the playoffs, I think is dope as hell. I've been waiting for it. You know what I mean? Once they implicated the 14 playoff, I was like, all right, dope. Now we need 6 or now we need 8. So now that we at 12, I'm super hyped about it. Me personally, I think the NFL needs, and honestly, this NFL and NBA needs to incorporate the college playoffs. You know what I mean? Just like the NCAA basketball, they do. You know what I mean, the March Madness, and they just rank the teams from 1 to 75. You know what I mean? I think with the NFL, if they did the same thing, and the NBA, it would be more competitive. You know what I mean? I'm definitely looking forward to this for real. While we on the topic of the top 12, I'm not sure people can be able to see this picture too good. Which team in the top 12 right now, which we have Georgia, Ohio State, Oregon, Texas, Alabama, Mississippi, Notre Dame, Penn State, Michigan, Florida State, Missouri, and Utah. Out of those 12, the top 12, who do you think in that top 12 will not be in the playoffs?
Okay, I'm gonna say Ole Miss, Penn State, and I think Utah. Like they could make it, but they're sitting right outside that 12. You know, this is just the beginning right now. I think they mean like it's kind of tough because they're a good team, but they're facing a lot of good opponents. But I'm just gonna say right now they will not make it. It'll be at the end of the season. We'll find out at the very end that they will not. Then one team like I want to say Notre Dame, but they're also really good. They're one of the teams that look so good in the season, but they're also not in the conference. So it's kind of so I really think they will not make it either. I want to see them in it, but I don't think they're gonna make it.
No.
Yeah.
What about you, Coop?
All right. So, looking at this, all right. So I'm agree with mostly what Jack said. Utah, I don't believe will make it. Um, that's number one. For some reason, they just seem to have a bunch of injuries.
Mm-hmm.
Their quarterback is just coming back, and we're hoping. You know, he's projected to be a quarterback that's supposed to get drafted this year. So maybe he's not going to be a top first, second, third rounder, but maybe somewhere in the fifth, sixth round. He's good enough to play in the league, but can he stay healthy is the issue. I think he had 2 or 3 knee surgeries. But again, they're a physical team. They play a different brand of college football than most teams, spread out shotgun all day long.
Yeah.
Um, Penn State, I'm going to agree with him again. I don't see how the Big Ten could get maybe Penn State would have to be the 15 in, right? If you
Uh-huh.
think Oregon, Ohio State, and if even say Michigan, if those three make it, how does Penn State get in? Because they all play each other, so somebody has to lose.
Yeah.
So and then you still have USC and UCLA who can shock one or two teams. That travel from the east to west coast is going to be crazy for college football players. Ole Miss, like I said, I agree with them. Ole Miss don't think they're going to be a team to make it. The SEC is too round. It's too many good teams um, to go undefeated, and I don't think they're going to make it. Uh, I'm iffy on Alabama, and I'm going to shock the world with this one. A lot of people are gonna say I'm a hater, but UT, I don't think UT's making the playoffs.
UT. Okay, okay. So I definitely agree with both of you guys. I think Utah's out of there. I think Missouri's out of there. I think Michigan is out of there.
Yes.
I don't
Yeah,
see
that was. Yeah.
Michigan. I do not see Michigan making the college playoffs. And I'm glad you touched on Bama. You really all right. So I'm sure we can all agree Bama's dynasty is over. We can all agree on that. They haven't won a championship since 20.
Yeah, I won't say the dynasty. Well, yeah, the dynasty is over, but I won't say that they're just out of. They still
No,
have
no,
a good team.
definitely not. So in saying that, do you truly believe they will not make this 12-team playoffs?
Favoritism is what tells me they'll make it.
Okay, okay.
If they lose 2 games, say they lose to LSU in a close game, and then they lose to Georgia, that favoritism is going to get them in.
Yeah. And who do y'all have? Let's give y'all predictions today. Who do y'all have winning the national championship?
Man. Okay, I don't know what you gotta do. Like, there's so many great teams. It's tough. You know, you got so many teams that nobody's even looking at. These are teams that I think that can make the playoffs and maybe even have a championship chance. Hear me out. I think Tennessee could be one of those teams. I really think Tennessee could be one of those teams.
Tennessee?
I think, but probably
Oh
not though.
wow. Okay. Okay.
But
And hold on. Why do you think that again?
because they're a really good team. They're a team that nobody really looks at much. They've had so many upsets in the past few years. They beat Alabama a really good amount of times. It's just I really think they're one of those best teams. But they probably won't, but I think they could. But I've been
Yeah.
seeing this past week on all over social media, people thinking that it's gonna be Oregon and Ohio State in a championship, which I really think that could happen.
You know what? So my prediction, I saw obviously Georgia is the front runner, right? They're the favorite to win this. My personal, I'm going with Ohio State. It's beat Michigan at home and win the national title or bust. So my team is Ohio
I really don't know yet. I'll let Coop take this one over. Why I think.
Man. Uh, man. I gotta pick one team. If I gotta pick one team, one team, man. I think I'm gonna go. I think I'm gonna go with you, Jay. I think I'm gonna go Ohio State if I
Ohio
have to
State.
just go with that one team. Uh, like you say, Georgia is the front runner, but they've had so many issues, man. They got 30 something players and counting that's been in trouble with drinking and driving. That's gonna catch up to them. Eventually, it has to, right? They have a tough. They have a somewhat easy, tough schedule. They don't really play anybody until they start playing the SEC games. I think they go to UT this year. Am I not mistaken? They play in UT, so that's gonna be a tough one. And I don't believe they have a quarterback that's ready to lead their team like they had with Stetson Bennett and the guy last year. So I don't know about the Big Ten making it to the championship. So if I had to say, uh, I would say Ohio State and maybe some team like a surprise team, maybe LSU. Uh, yeah, probably LSU, maybe Bama. Um, and it's hard. It's hard
Yeah.
because the thing is, what's gonna make this so different? What a lot of college fans haven't seen. We've seen the college football playoffs with the 4 teams, but in the NFL, you can get that team that goes late in the year, and for whatever reason, week 7, week 15, they just show a sign that it's something special going on. You get what I'm saying? And then they go on this run. Jay, you know, as a Giants fan, y'all went through a whole season like, bro, what are we doing? Eli. And then you go up against the juggernaut, the undefeated New England Patriots, and you win the Super Bowl. It's
Yep.
because all of a sudden that team chemistry, the bonding, everything happens at one point in time, and you can just go on a run.
Yep.
College football is going to be so unpredictable when you put these 18-year-old kids in front of the Sugar Bowl and the playoff game, and they just played last week. They don't have this 2-month break like they previously did. They played last week, and now they have to go to New Orleans and play on national TV. And now you have to make this one play. Yeah, butt's gonna start getting real tight.
Man, facts. Big facts. Man, another thing I wanted to touch on. So we talking about quarterbacks, man. What do you think Man is gonna do this year with Texas?
Well, to be honest, he's not gonna be starting for until the only way he will start if Quinn gets hurt or they're in a blowout game. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah, I don't think he plays too much. Like you said, if he gets hurt, then he'll come in. He'll probably start if Ewers is hurt, or if Ewers is just bad, which is what I'm predicting. They're not going to be the best team in the SEC. So yeah, Manning might start. I'm gonna say probably week 8, week 9 when they just done with Quentin Ewers.
I definitely agree. I don't know the way he was looking earlier in the week, man. It looked like he's actually gonna be putting up a fight for that starting position. I don't think he'll win it by time anytime soon. But I think by the time halfway through the season, he'll definitely be in there for sure. If not starting, at least getting more playing time. Jim Harbaugh is going from Michigan. What does that mean for Michigan?
means a lot. That he was there for a long time. He played there and he coached there for like about 10 plus years, something like that. And he really did a lot for that team. He took them to like playoffs almost every year. He's won big games for them. He just won the championship for them earlier this year. With him gone, like it's hard because they lost McCarthy. They lost a bunch of good players to the draft, to the NFL draft and the UFL draft. And with the new coach, we saw him coach a little bit last year when Jim was suspended for the sign stealing and all that. He did pretty good. Then they also have a new quarterback on their hands, so it's gonna be a brand new connection. They're gonna have to get going. But I really think they're not. I think they're gonna be more like a maybe like 7-5 team, to be honest with you.
Okay. What you think, Coop?
I think it's gonna hurt them this first year. Well, let me not say that. Let me restate. I don't think it's going to hurt them too bad this first year. It's going to hurt them next year because a lot of the kids that he recruited are still there. They didn't transfer, so they're still a highly talented team. Now the weight is on their shoulder to repeat, which we know. We don't have too many repeat champions in college sports in general, whether that's basketball, whatever. And also, you have a new coach, and they have the lingering smoke cloud of whatever that guy name is that did the coaching stuff where he was on different team sidelines, and how the hell he did that just baffles me. But
wait, what? What happened?
So you ain't heard about that?
Nah.
So they had a coach. So apparently Jim Harbaugh did not know this dude was even a part of his coaching staff. So he claimed. He was shown, they caught him on live TV at the Michigan State game in a Michigan State hat and shirt on the sideline, standing directly next to the defensive coordinator the week before they played Michigan. That's not the first time. He also was at Indiana and Illinois dressed the same way.
Oh wow!
And I think he had another game 2 years ago where he was like dressed up as one of the cameramen and was standing in the end zone. How did he do it? I don't know. They got text messages with the coach that's currently the head coach for Michigan. He has text messages that they found that he reportedly deleted. That was found. They had exchanges. Jim Harbaugh had exchanges, but he claims he don't know him. Also, they fired. I think Harbaugh fired one of his coaches last year because he was the one supposedly. I think that they just threw the smoke on him because he's the least person to get criticized or whatever because he's a nobody coach. Well, not a nobody. I don't want to say it like that, but in the coaching realm, he's like assistant coach, and they fired him and blamed him for everything. So, yeah, man, it's a big
That's
thing.
crazy.
It's a big thing.
Yeah.
Big shout outs to Malcolm, man. Real Talk 100 Radio, my guy. Yo, Malcolm, who you got winning the college national championship this year? And what do you think about the 12-team playoffs? And before he answers that, let's pay some bills real quick. Man, big shout out to our sponsors, man. Otto's Root Beer, the greatest root beer on earth. Brewed in Huntsville, Texas by Brew Nation. Always support local. And then, of course, we have J-Reg Distribution, LLC. And the greatest burger on earth, Smash Wagon, located in Beaumont, Texas. They are a food truck. Congratulations to Smash Wagon. They're opening their first restaurant in Beaumont September 5th. They're doing a block party. Everybody pull on up. And then, of course, we have Hoodlum Nature Record. Truly appreciate you guys.
Make sure y'all hit that like and share button, man. And
Man,
also
hit that like and
subscribe.
subscribe button. We are live on YouTube, Music, and Facebook. So if you rock with us on YouTube, hit the like and subscribe button. If you rock with us on Facebook, hit the love button. Comment, share. And if you rock with us on YouTube Music, we truly appreciate you guys. Our podcast goes where you go. Man, Julio.
I'd like to
Oh,
touch on one more thing about the Michigan thing.
what's
So
up?
the guy that the sign stealing we were talking about. So I heard earlier this month, Netflix is supposed to make a documentary, like supposed to release it like late,
Yeah.
like this next week about the whole sign stealing situation. And also that guy, he just got hired as like a head coach at a high school like a week ago.
Damn it.
That's crazy. I ain't know that
That
one.
is
That's
crazy
crazy.
though. That's crazy. Man, with Jim Harbaugh being gone, what does that mean for Ryan Day and the Ohio State Buccaneers?
I really think that helps Ohio State a lot.
Buckeyes, Ohio State Buckeyes.
I really think that helps Ohio State a lot because Harbaugh was a good coach. You know, playing that one team every year, you're kind of used to it unless they change something up. But the sign stealing, that just helped them a lot too. That's what really helped them. Ohio State, both of these teams usually go undefeated until that last game because that game usually whoever wins that game goes to the Big Ten championship. That's how it is every year. But these past few years, it's always been Michigan going against them, winning it to usually beating Iowa like in a blowout match.
3 years in a row, Ohio State lost to Michigan.
Yeah, but I think since they have some players gone, I think Ohio State can, the pain and suffering can finally end, and what Ryan Day can lead them to beat them, beat Michigan, win the Big Ten, go to the playoffs, and maybe even win the championship. This game can really depend if he can keep his job or not. This is really not just for the whole school. This is also for his job and what's his future going to look like with Ohio State.
You know what? I agree 100%. Man, my personal opinion, I truly believe, like I said, it's beat Michigan and win the national championship or bust. If that don't happen, I think Ryan Day will be gone. What are your thoughts on that, Coop?
So again, I agree with y'all. Like I said, the reason why I picked Ohio State is because again the pressure is on them. They're returning a bunch of starters. They didn't lose too many people in the transfer portal. They lost one of their key running backs to Colorado. He was a second or third string running back last year. But it has you brought in Chip Kelly for a reason. You paid Chip Kelly a big amount of money to leave a head coaching position to come here be an offensive coordinator. Ryan Day said it was time for him to relinquish some of the play calling duties. That's why he did what he did why he went to go get Chip Kelly.
Mm-hmm.
So with all that being said, a lot of people do not like Chip Kelly. We've been hearing this stuff with Shady and Deshaun Jackson. Chip Kelly is not a NFL head coach. We know that. We've seen it. But he is a dang good coach when it comes to college football. He understands the angles. He understands the field size. He understands how to get his players in space. And he understands when to run the football and when not to run the football. That is the biggest key to Ohio State success this year is them being able to run the football like they used to do with Zeke Elliott and all the great running backs that they had previously. The Big Ten is a physical conference like the SEC. The reason why I'm going Ohio State, I'm gonna say this: I think the Big Ten conference championship game is gonna be Ohio State and Oregon, and I think it's gonna come down to Ohio State just being more physical than Oregon and better quarterback play.
Yes, I like how you said Oregon because they've been saying that that could be the Big Ten too. People say they could play them 3 times this year: regular season, conference championship, and national championship. That's what a lot of people also been saying.
Yeah, I don't see Oregon making the national championship game.
Yeah, not at all. Like I held yeah to your statement, but I definitely don't see him making the national championship either.
Yeah.
I want to go back on what Jack said, man. You made a comment about Ohio State and Michigan, man, usually they go undefeated towards the end and they play each other, and that game right there predicts who goes to their conference championship and or even the playoffs. And that goes back to what we started and we opened with it being a 12-team playoff, that can change everything now. You know what I mean? So even if one or the other beats each other and one don't make the conference championship, they still have a chance on making the playoffs and seeing each other again.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So that's another dope thing about adding a 12 playoffs.
Because if you lose near the end, it's not over yet. It just depends how everybody in your conference wins or loses. That's how it just depends on who wins and who loses. Because you need certain teams to win so you can get in.
And I also believe the Big Ten went away from the East and West division things too. I think I might have to check that out, but I believe they went away from the East and West division like deal that they had going on, to where now it's just the best two teams in the conference that's gonna go to the conference championship. Because that's how it is in the SEC. They went away from the East and West, so
which I think
whoever's
is
the
smart.
best two teams.
I think that's smart, man. It complicates shit too much. Like college football is already complicated. You know what I mean? For no fucking reason. College football is complicated as hell the way they do everything. So yeah, to go away from the divisions in your conference, I think is a very smart idea. And then that also gives you every team a better chance. You know what I mean? So I definitely, man. Let's go with week one predictions. We got a few up here. Let me pull it up. Bam. Man, week one predictions. We have number 11 Florida State going up against Georgia Tech. Predictions on that.
Okay, hear me out right now. Florida State,
Here we go with the fuckery.
Just listen. Jordan Travis, he's gone. He's in the NFL now. He's with the Jets. Like Florida State's a good team, but we're still losing some key players to the draft and all that in graduation. And not making the playoffs. And we also seen them go against Georgia. So that showed them why they didn't belong in the 14 playoffs last year. And I think, hear me out, I think Georgia Tech pulls the upset today against Florida State.
Ooh-wee, so that's ooh-wee. You know what? As crazy as that sounds, it's the first week in college football, and I've seen crazier things happen. Do I think that's gonna happen? Not at all. But I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah.
In saying that, I got Florida State in a crazy blowout. Go ahead, Jimmy.
Wow.
Let me take this off the screen so y'all can see Jimmy's face.
Jack, man, I'm with you, my brother. I think Georgia Tech wins this game today, and I'm gonna tell you why. Georgia Tech has a crazy offense that is hard to stop. That triple option, if you're not used to seeing it, you're not used to playing it, and this is week one, it can catch you by surprise. If Georgia Tech plays just a little bit of defense, ooh, this is gonna be a tough one in Ireland, boy.
Man, look, Facebook. I don't know who's watching on YouTube. I don't know who's listening on YouTube Music, but I tell you what, man, we have over 321 people that have tuned in so far. Somebody on Facebook, please tell me what these two were thinking. Because
somebody push the like button. That's what I want. Push the like and share button. Let's blow this thing up, because I'm telling you, man, hey, this is gonna be some fun times this year.
If y'all just tuning in, we are going over our week 1 predictions. Number 11, Florida State versus underrated Georgia Tech. And these two said Georgia Tech will pull the upset. If you are watching, give me your predictions in the comments and I will put it on the screen. Y'all tripping like a motherfucker.
Oh, what? Okay.
Okay. Let's see what's next. Who we got up next?
Got Simo and who's that one?
And Kent State?
Nah, it's not
Kent State or Kansas?
Nah, it's one of the smaller schools. Because most of these like FCS. I don't watch much FCS. This is week 0 is basically like it's only so week 0 is basically more of the SCS week if you want to really think about it.
That's
But
not Kent State.
nah, 'cause that's a
Yeah, I
lot.
don't know.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
one
I
of the
don't know
small.
who that second team is, but I know the next one is Delaware State and
Yeah. Oh, Hawaii.
Hawaii.
Yeah.
Yeah. So really, Hawaii, they're a good team. Delaware State, really never really seen much of them. Maybe watched a few games, but I think this is gonna be a blowout for Hawaii in Hawaii. So yeah. One thing I want to point out that Taran or whatever that one Purple Texas team right there with the T. I learned today that today they're having their first national televised game on ESPN2.
Oh wow.
Oh
Yeah,
wow.
that first time in program history they're having a big national televised game.
And for that Dell State Hawaii game, I'm gonna take Dell State with the upset.
Okay, now what are
Okay.
you thinking?
I I'm gonna do something that I don't never do. Go Rainbow Warriors. Hawaii
What?
by 30.
Hawaii, Hawaii's gonna win it like
Hawaii
in a
by
blowout.
30.
It's gonna be like,
Oh, the travel is gonna be too rough, man. You going all the way from the East Coast to Hawaii. That's rough. That's rough travel for some 18, 19-year-old kids, man.
Yeah.
And
Man,
then they
what
got to
y'all
deal with
think
the heat.
about Sam Houston in Nevada?
no, that's SMU.
Ooh,
SMU, yeah, Sam Houston State.
No,
no,
that's
that's SMU.
SMU.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay. I'm tripping.
Yeah, that's the one in Dallas. SMU.
Yeah.
yeah,
Man, this one's gonna be a good game, man.
yeah.
This is gonna be a good one. I'm gonna go with the home team, and I'm gonna say Nevada Wolfpack. SMU is one of those teams trying to come back. They took a stupid deal to go to ACC. If I was the commissioner at SMU, I would have never took that deal.
That
But I
makes
don't get.
no sense. They not trying to
Yeah,
win no games.
Yeah.
they don't get no TV rights. They don't get no money from none of the programming. They just wanted to be a part of a big uh, conference. That was stupid. They should have just went ahead and joined the Big 12 if they wanted to do that.
Yeah.
Uh, but anyways, I'm taking Nevada. I'm taking the Wolfpack.
Man, it's gonna be a good game. It's one of those other. It's one of the like other big games. You know, week 0, it's usually one big game, then small like FCS, FBS games. But this is like another. This is like our second big game we have. I think SMU's gonna pull out and win this game in Nevada.
I'm picking Nevada strictly because they're at home. That's
And,
the only reason I'm picking
and
them.
also, it's really hot in Nevada, so I really think that's if Nevada wins, I think that's one of the reasons because it's really hot and stuff, and it's like really hot over there. So I don't think SMU is gonna do good if it's really hot, especially at night. It's still up like in the 90s and like hundreds
Man, I'll
sometimes.
tell you what, it'd be more than that. I just came from out there, man. It was 115 degrees at 11 o'clock at night. I
Yeah,
was just out there
that's
a
gonna
few
be
weeks
rough.
ago. It's
That's gonna
ridiculous.
be rough.
But in saying that, it is a dry heat though. It is a dry
Yeah.
heat, so that actually could help in their favor also.
All right. The
Um,
next game is New Mexico Lobos versus Montana State Bobcats.
Oh, I got New Mexico.
yeah, that's New Mexico all day.
Yeah.
I'm going with you. I'm gonna go ahead and say Lobos.
Yeah, facts.
Then
Man,
Lobos.
the other game we got Florida A&M, and I can't tell what the other team is, but it's Florida A&M. But Florida A&M's gonna win that game. Yeah.
Yeah, I believe that is a HBCU team. I can't tell the logo,
Yeah,
but
me.
yeah, I'm going Florida A&M. I don't know too
yeah,
much
I
about the
will
other
go
teams.
Florida A&M myself.
They're pretty good HBCU team too. So yeah.
Yeah.
So, what we do here, fellas, also everybody watching and listening, we're talking about week 0. We're also because we won't be on for the Thursday games and the Friday games, we're gonna go ahead and talk about those games as well. So I have the schedule for those. So we're gonna start off. We got the Minnesota Golden Gophers versus North Carolina. That game is on Thursday, and I believe that will be a ESPN game, ESPN2.
That's gonna be a really good game out there. But these teams are both really good teams. But I think it's called that North Carolina comes out with the win, and I think Minnesota right now they're more of that in that kind of rebuild because the thing that doesn't make sense. Go back to the ball games, they went 4-7 and still went to a ball game. So
Yeah.
I really, but you got two pretty big teams going against each other. But I think North Carolina is gonna come out and win that game.
Go ahead, Jay.
You know what? I'm gonna give it to the Tar Heels.
Yeah, I'm also gonna say North Carolina wins this game.
And what's the other ones we have?
This is an easy game for North Carolina, I believe. The next game is going to be Jacksonville State versus Coastal Carolina. This is Coastal Carolina's first year in the FBS.
Oh, that's tough.
I'll take Jacksonville State.
Yeah, you know what? I'll take Jacksonville State too.
Strictly because with Coastal being the first year in this conference, it's definitely a tougher competition. That's not really saying much, you know what I mean? But yeah, I think they get spanked their first game.
You know what? The welcome to the FBS.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Coastal Carolina here. Jacksonville is an FBS school. Coastal's coming. I want to say that they're gonna try to start off with a good foot. They lose their quarterback, but I believe he went in the transfer portal. But we'll see. We'll definitely see what they can do this year. It'll be something to work with. I'm gonna say the best one for last. So on Friday, we have Oklahoma Sooners versus Temple Owls.
Oklahoma.
Oklahoma.
Yeah. Man, big shout out to hip hop artist Utopia Black tuning in. He said, "Go Appalachian State." I'm definitely going with Oklahoma too.
Oklahoma by a lot.
Yeah.
All right. Then again on Friday, we have Michigan State versus Florida Atlantic.
Michigan State. Like Florida Atlantic's pretty good, but I don't think they're gonna.
I'll tell you what. If Florida, y'all got this right here. Y'all recording this. If Florida Atlantic win, I will cut my fucking beard.
Go Spartans. That's it.
Yeah, go Spartans.
Go Spartans. Big bang.
We got Western Michigan Broncos going against the Wisconsin Badgers.
I would definitely take Western Michigan.
Yeah.
No.
Western Michigan.
I'm gonna take Wisconsin. I'm gonna take the Big Ten powerhouse to win.
Oh, you said Wisconsin?
Oh,
okay. Yeah, Wisconsin.
Yes, definitely going Wisconsin. I did not hear Wisconsin at all. Yeah, definitely going Wisconsin. Yes.
I thought you said something. Yeah, Wisconsin. Yeah.
I don't know what I heard the first time, but I did not hear Wisconsin. Yes, let's go Badger Nation.
Yeah, go Badger.
In a major blowout.
That's gonna be like 50 to like 7, something like that.
Yeah,
big blowout.
It's gonna be a big one. Then we have TCU going to Stanford.
Oh, that's gonna be a good one.
No, it ain't. Stanford about to whoop that ass. Whoop that ass.
I think it's still pretty good.
This is TCU's rebuilding year.
Yeah, and also Stanford. This is a big welcome to whatchamacallit. Big 12.
Man, let's see what hip hop artist Utopia Black got to say. He said, "If Montana State beats New Mexico, then North Dakota State will come to beat Colorado. Montana State and North Dakota State are FCS teams." Man, I wish you was in here earlier, brother. We were just touching on this. Games of the week.
Next week. Save the best one for last, just for the predictions. On Thursday night, the prime time game, the big show, the Colorado Buffaloes against North Dakota State. North Dakota State coming off a big loss in the national championship game last year in the FBS national championship game. And Colorado is looking to rebuild or build off of their week 1, 2, 3, 4 victories to make to the playoffs. So
Yeah, I like how
what
you
do y'all
worded that.
got?
I like how you worded that. Instead of saying they're looking to come off of that losing 7 out of 8.
Yeah.
Oh,
Look,
you know what, man? Let's go Buffalo.
Yes. No, actually, I tricked y'all right there. No.
No?
No. North Dakota State. I think Colorado is going to get blown. I think Colorado is either going to get blown out or they're going to barely lose that game. Because North Dakota State is one of the best teams out there for FCS. What I was saying earlier, they need to if they make that jump, they can play the bigger championship. I think North Dakota State is gonna make Colorado gonna make them regret even playing.
So I think it's gonna be a good game. In saying that, it's gonna be a high scoring game. I still got the Buffaloes winning by like 20, 25.
hey, I said it earlier from the jump. Go
Septopia
see
Black says may get blown out by North Dakota
Yes.
State. Yo, Seth, we about to end this episode, Black.
Go see
But
you.
man, we would definitely love to have you next week as our special guest next Saturday at 8:30 a.m. Definitely would love some of your input on this, brother, for real.
Go see you. Hey, so before we go, I lost connection, so I had a little technical difficulty when we were talking about the Colorado thing. Uh, and I really want to preface this by saying I want people to understand that this team is a totally different team from last year. When you look at the schedule is not that hard. For them to win 6 out of the first 5 games is really that should be automatic. Like I said, they don't have a tough game until they play Kansas State, and
Yeah.
that's week 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's week 6, so they should be at least 5-0. I don't. I really can't. You have the best quarterback in college football. You have the best athlete in Travis Hunter. You bring in a total new offensive line. You bring in a better defensive line. You bring in 2 All-American D tackles. You bring in I want to say a freshman All-American or a freshman. What was he played at U of H? I can't think of his name. Freshman. He's a freshman first team All-American when he was a freshman. You bring in an SEC cornerback that was a third team SEC cornerback in Hood, and you bring in a better defensive coordinator. You change your offense, and you change it from this wild west everybody run option routes to a more pro style ready offense that fits what Shadua likes to do a whole lot better. This team is going to be drastically different, and I promise you, on Thursday when you see Colorado come out there, they're going to put foot to throat. They're not going to take it off this year. So by saying that, my last words will be Colorado makes the playoffs.
Fuck out of here.
Get
What?
out, bro. Get out. All right.
Hold on. Time out. Yeah,
Colorado
I'm
makes the
with you
playoffs.
with everything you just said. You bugging.
Go Bucks.
Yo, hold on. Let's go to the comments, man. Satopia Black said he would definitely join us next Saturday. He says, everything you just said, Black makes a good point, but they haven't played one game yet. And he also said North Dakota State is the most physical team in the FBS.
Yep, they're the most physical team in the FCS, not FBS. It's 2 different total styles of football. Their defensive line. I'm just going to tell you, this is what Colorado had to deal with last year. Colorado's offensive line got outweighed by everybody else's defensive line by close to 30 pounds. This year, Colorado offensive line is going to outweigh everybody else's defensive line by about 10 pounds. This game, their defensive line for North Dakota State, nobody is over 255. It's gonna be a blowout. They don't have the athletes to control Jimmy Horn. They don't have the athletes to control Travis Hunter. They don't have the speed to control Will Shepherd. These are guys that were doing this in the SEC. And not to mention the guy that came, well, I can't think of his name, came from Florida Atlantic, I believe, or Florida International. He's a baller. They don't have the DBs that can control this offense or stop this offense. And if they don't get to Shador, which I don't think they are, they may one or two times. But if they can't get to him and they're able to run the ball, this is going to be a long night for North Dakota State.
Yeah, I agree with you right there. I think that's one of the big struggles for North Dakota. It's going to be hard to keep up with all of these athletes that Colorado has because they got some really fast guys. And but I really think they can get through that O-line because a lot of these old offensive linemen are freshmen coming straight out of high school.
No. They only have one freshman starter, and that's Jayden Seaton.
Oh, I was saying, wait, no. That was last year then, right? Last year was like most of them?
Most of the guys last year were transfers from like
JUCO.
Jackson State and JUCO.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because that's what he coached at. Did most of most of the players follow him. Yeah. Well, what's it called? I was talking about earlier that I haven't made my prediction for championship yet before we get off. So it's probably what I was saying, probably Ohio State and Oregon. But as an A&M fan, go Aggies. We're gonna win it all. Gig 'em.
Bye. Bye. Yo, in saying that, man, time is up. Any last words before we go ahead and end this episode?
One more thing too. I think Colorado, look up the walkout song is gonna be that song that Shadda made earlier this year. You know what I'm talking about, right? Shadda, he made a rap song.
They Not Like Us?
No, forgot. It's called Perfect Timing. That Shadda said.
Oh, okay.
I think they're gonna walk out to that song. It's gonna be so stupid. They're gonna get blown out. They got all be hyped up just to lose by like 50 points.
Damn it. Right. Any last words, Coop?
Yeah, man, it was fun. Everybody, remember, hit that like, hit that notification bell, hit the share, hit the love button on Facebook. If you're on YouTube, please like and subscribe and share. Please, we've been on the road. We're gonna give y'all 2 of the best episodes that you'll ever see. We're gonna take over this college football, NFL podcasting world. Big things are popping and little things stopping. We ready to take this to the moon, baby. Let's go.
Yeah, man. Big shout outs to everybody on Facebook for getting up early with us, man. Like I said, like Coop said, man, we're gonna be doing this every week, every Saturday. We're gonna try to hit some Wednesdays also. But man, it's college football back, NFL season back, man. So y'all gonna get a show, at least one show every week, a sports show, man. And big shout outs to Facebook, man. Facebook really was rocking with us this morning. Man, 425 views on Facebook, man. We truly appreciate y'all. In saying that, this your boy Regular Talk with the Regular Talk Podcast, Regular Talk Sports Podcast, Regular Talk Management and Promotions, A1 Music Empire, 1836 Entertainment, Houston City. Storytelling of Houston. Man, we truly appreciate you guys. Big shout out to our sponsors, the greatest root beer on earth, Otto's Root Beer, brewed in Huntsville, Texas by Brew Nation. And of course, we have J-Rag Distribution LLC and the greatest burgers on earth, Smash Wagon out of Beaumont, Texas, goes amazing with some Otto's Root Beer. Congratulations to them opening up their first restaurant September 5th. It's a block party. Everybody come on out. We're doing a live podcast. And of course, Hoodlum Nature Records. Man, we truly appreciate y'all. Once again, this your boy, Jay Reckless. We're co-host Jay Coop and special guest, my son Jackson, Reckless Talk Sports Podcast. Man, we out of here. H-Town, stand up.